Hey there, Danielle here. A colleague of mine called recently and asked about my tip videos and said, Danielle, why don't you do a tip video for those of us who are out and about driving in our cars? So, this one's for you. Tip 1, pack food and water. Be sure that you have enough food to sustain you for the day, especially if you are watching what you eat or if you have a specific diet. Yes, drive-thrus may be open. However, they may not be the best food for you to eat, right? Additionally, having enough water is super important to not only stay hydrated, but in case your vehicle needs the water, you have it on you. Tip 2, schedule appointments in geographically similar locations. I know it sounds obvious, right? But sometimes we don't do it. We want to do the customer that convenience. But if we drive 20 miles one way, 20 miles the other way, to drive 20 miles back the other way, it is a lot of gas, it's a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle, and it is a lot of time. So really work on structuring those appointments geographically in the same area. If you have a scheduler, talk with the scheduler and see what you can do to have a more consistent schedule if you need to. But be sure that you're not just driving around for the sake of driving around. Okay? I know it can be hard when we're talking about wanting to have great customer service, but we also want to remember too that every time our people are in our vehicles on the ground driving, it is costing us money. So our potential, we can do this, over here, just drive over here, could actually be costing us more money than the job can generate. So definitely look at that. Another scheduling tip, it's productivity tip too, really, is schedule 10 minutes after each appointment to finish any paperwork or update any client files. Updating your paperwork as you go is more productive than waiting till the end of the day, because that first appointment is really far away from the end of the day. And sometimes we're going to forget what happened at that first appointment by the time 6 o'clock rolls around. So if you can do that paperwork in increments between stops, between visits, appointments, 10 minutes, fill out your paperwork, move on. It's a lot more efficient and a lot more productive. Also do a vehicle stock. So if you do have things that you need in your vehicle, bolts, paperwork, drill drivers, whatever it is, you can create an inventory stock for your vehicle. And creating that inventory stock, you can also create a refill list. So if you have one drill driver and 3 screws, you need to have that in your vehicle at all times. The day you use one screw, we want to be sure that we put in another screw. So you could create that refill, restock list for once a day or once a week, depending on the necessity of the vehicle and the inventory. This does the same with paperwork. If you're driving around, you can create like a little file box, and they have little file boxes. Create a little file box with all of your files in it, with all of your paperwork in it, with a restock point. So if you have 20 pieces of paper, 20 applications, let's say, 20 applications, and you want to be sure that you never have less than 10, you want 10 to be your refill point. Okay? So, pack food and water. Schedule geographically in the same area. Schedule paperwork time after your appointments. And create an inventory stock for your vehicle with a refill list. So you're going to have your stock list, what goes in the vehicle, and then you're going to have your refill list of when we got to make sure that it's fully loaded. Okay?